Have you ever paused to wonder, how often should someone over 70 really take a bath? We've all grown up with the belief that daily showers are a sign of good hygiene, even self-respect. But what if that habit, so deeply ingrained, is doing more harm than good? If you or someone you love is in their 70s, 80s, or beyond, this might be one of the most important health videos you watch this year. Because what you'll discover today could challenge everything you thought you knew about staying clean, healthy, and safe in your later years. Research from leading dermatologists and geriatric specialists is painting a very different picture. One where less bathing doesn't mean being less clean, but rather being smarter, more in tune with how the aging body actually works. In this video, we're diving deep into why overbathing can actually damage senior skin and raise health risks. The hidden toll daily showers take on energy, mood, and even independence. And what the new science-backed hygiene routine looks like for those over 70. If you're a senior yourself, a caregiver, or just someone who wants to age well and with dignity, this information is for you. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's gently rethink something we all thought was just the way it is. By the end, you might just realize that stepping back from the soap could be one of the healthiest steps forward. 1. The hidden risks of daily bathing. Most of us grew up hearing the same advice. Take a bath or shower every day. It was seen as a basic part of being clean, respectful, even responsible. But here's what almost no one tells you. For seniors, daily bathing can actually be harmful. As we age, our skin goes through major changes. It becomes thinner, drier, and less oily, losing much of its natural ability to stay hydrated and protect itself. Add to that the fact that the microbiome, the good bacteria on our skin that fights infection, also becomes less diverse. This means the skin is more fragile and less equipped to recover from irritation. Now imagine applying hot water, harsh soaps, and scrubbing to that delicate skin every single day. It's no surprise that many older adults begin to suffer from dryness and cracking, itchy, inflamed patches, and even eczema flares or allergic reactions. Scientific journals, like the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, have reported that excessive washing can disrupt the skin's natural barrier, making it more vulnerable to infection, irritation, and even small wounds that take longer to heal. But this isn't just about what happens on the surface. When your skin is constantly stripped of its natural oils, your body has to work overtime to restore balance, something it just can't do as efficiently at age 70, 80, or beyond. And for those with chronic conditions like diabetes, poor circulation, or autoimmune issues, the risk of skin breakdown and infection becomes even more serious. Now here's the good news. You don't need to bathe every day to stay clean. In fact, bathing just 2 or 3 times a week, using mild pH-balanced cleansers, is often enough to maintain hygiene without stripping the skin. And for odor, which is what most people worry about, there's a simple solution. Targeted washing of areas like the underarms, groin, and feet can keep you feeling fresh, while the rest of your body is left undisturbed, allowing your skin to breathe and heal. When you think about it, this shift makes perfect sense. For centuries, people bathed far less frequently than we do today, and they didn't have the same epidemic of dry, irritated skin that we see in older adults now. So maybe it's time to take a cue from both history and science, and give our bodies the chance to do what they were designed to do: restore, protect, and thrive naturally. 2. Why experts recommend bathing once or twice a week. Get ready for a surprising truth. Many leading experts in geriatrics and dermatology now recommend that older adults bathe just once or twice a week, not every day. Now, before you raise an eyebrow, let's be clear. This isn't about lowering hygiene standards or saying we shouldn't care about cleanliness. It's actually a smarter, more personalized approach that's backed by science and tailored to the unique needs of the aging body. You see, daily bathing is a relatively modern invention promoted heavily in the 20th century by, you guessed it, soap companies. They told us we needed to scrub ourselves clean every day to be acceptable. But when it comes to seniors, that one-size-fits-all message doesn't hold up anymore. Experts from respected institutions, like the American Academy of Dermatology and Johns Hopkins University, now agree that frequent bathing is not necessary for most older adults. In fact, it may do more harm than good. Here's why. Aging skin loses moisture faster. It becomes less oily, thinner, and more fragile, meaning it doesn't bounce back from drying soaps or long, hot showers the way it used to. Instead of helping, too much washing can strip away what little protection the skin has left, leading to dryness, irritation, and even infections. But this isn't just about skin health. Experts say that bathing routines should be based on individual factors, such as your activity level, your overall health, your comfort needs, and whether you deal with issues like incontinence or skin conditions. Let's say someone is mostly sedentary and spends their days indoors, maybe reading, relaxing, or doing light chores. That person doesn't generate much sweat or dirt, and their hygiene needs will be different from a senior who is active outdoors, gardening, or exercising regularly. For someone with mobility challenges or chronic fatigue, the energy it takes to shower every day can be exhausting, even risky. In such cases, spot cleaning with a washcloth and mild soap, especially in areas like the face, hands, underarms, and groin, is often enough to maintain freshness and hygiene. And what about odor, the concern that drives many to bathe daily? The truth is, it can usually be managed with a little deodorant, a change of clothes, and a quick wipe down in key areas. It's not about skipping baths entirely. It's about finding a balance that works for your body, your health, and your daily life. What we're seeing is a shift away from a rigid, outdated routine and towards something more flexible, gentle, and realistic. So when doctors and researchers recommend bathing once or twice a week, they're not suggesting we lower our standards. They're showing us a new standard that's based on what actually keeps older adults healthy, safe, and comfortable. Less bathing doesn't mean less care. It means better care, the kind that listens to your body instead of fighting against it. 3. The physical toll of bathing after 70. Let's take a moment to talk about something we don't often hear: how physically demanding bathing can become as we age. For younger people, taking a shower or bath might feel like a simple, even refreshing daily habit. But for many seniors, it's a completely different story. As we grow older, our muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and our sense of balance declines. Even stepping over the edge of a bathtub or standing for more than a few minutes can become a challenge, sometimes even a danger. In fact, did you know that bathrooms are one of the most common places where seniors fall? Slippery floors, wet surfaces, and awkward movements like bending or reaching make them a high-risk zone. A quick misstep can lead to serious injuries, like hip fractures, head trauma, or wrist breaks, all of which can drastically reduce quality of life and independence. And it's not just about slips and falls. For many older adults, the act of bathing itself can be exhausting, especially after climbing into a tub or standing in a hot shower, disorienting due to temperature changes or poor ventilation, and stressful, particularly for those with arthritis, mobility limitations, or early signs of cognitive decline. Some seniors may feel a loss of dignity or anxiety about depending on someone else for help with personal care. These emotional factors can quietly wear on a person's confidence and well-being over time. This is why doctors now emphasize energy conservation and fall prevention as part of overall senior health. By reducing the frequency of full bathing and opting for safer, easier alternatives, like seated sponge baths or handheld shower heads, we can take the strain off the body without compromising cleanliness. Think of it this way. Instead of pushing your body through a physically taxing task every single day, it's better to use that energy for something you enjoy: a walk in the garden, a chat with a friend, or a good book by the window. So the next time you feel guilty for not showering daily, remember this. It's not about doing less. It's about doing what makes sense for your body at this stage of life. Caring for yourself should never feel like a punishment. It should feel safe, manageable, and, whenever possible, even a little peaceful. 4. Spot cleaning, a smarter way to stay fresh. Now that we understand the risks and physical demands of daily bathing, let's talk about a smarter, simpler alternative: spot cleaning. Also known as targeted hygiene, spot cleaning means gently washing only the parts of your body that tend to get sweaty or collect bacteria, like your underarms, groin area, feet, face, and hands, instead of taking a full bath or shower. It might sound too basic to be effective, but this simple habit is backed by medical experts and geriatric specialists. For seniors, it strikes the perfect balance between staying fresh and avoiding unnecessary strain. You can use a warm, damp washcloth, gentle soap or micellar water, and a soft towel for drying. And the best part? You could do it while sitting comfortably, even at the sink or bedside, making it much safer than stepping into a slippery tub or shower. Some seniors like to make this a morning or bedtime ritual, adding a touch of comfort and dignity to their day. Warm water, soothing motions. It's not just about hygiene, it's about feeling cared for, even when you're caring for yourself. In fact, many older adults report feeling more in control of their routine when they adopt spot cleaning. It gives them freedom to skip the long, tiring process of bathing and still feel clean, refreshed, and confident. And if you're caring for an aging loved one, this approach is especially helpful. It reduces their physical risk and emotional stress, while also saving you time and effort without sacrificing their well-being. So remember, clean doesn't have to mean complicated. With spot cleaning, you get the best of both worlds, comfort and cleanliness, without the danger or exhaustion. 5. The role of dry skin and overcleansing. Let's talk about something many people overlook when it comes to hygiene in later life. Dry skin and the dangers of overcleansing. As we age, our skin naturally becomes thinner, less oily, and more sensitive. That protective barrier, the one that used to bounce back so easily, becomes more fragile and more prone to damage. Now here's the catch. Daily bathing, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, strips away the skin's natural oils, the very oils that help keep it soft, supple, and protected. This leads to cracking and flaking, itchiness, sometimes severe, and even small tears that can open the door to infections. And once the skin is compromised, it doesn't heal as quickly as it used to. Even minor irritation can become a big problem, especially for seniors with conditions like diabetes or circulation issues. Many older adults experience something called winter skin, not just in cold months, but year-round, dry, tight, and uncomfortable skin that only gets worse the more we wash. So what's the solution? Experts say, less is more. Instead of scrubbing your entire body every day, focus on gentle, nourishing care. Use lukewarm water, not hot, fragrance-free, pH-balanced cleansers instead of harsh soaps. And always follow up with a moisturizer, preferably one with ceramides or glycerin, to help lock in hydration. And if you're dealing with flaky or itchy skin, a dermatologist may recommend bathing even less frequently and using emollient creams right after patting your skin dry. The truth is, clean skin isn't always healthy skin. Sometimes, less washing means more comfort, fewer problems, and a much better quality of life. So don't be afraid to change your routine. Your skin is speaking to you. Listen with care. 6. Emotional and psychological benefits of less frequent bathing. When we talk about hygiene, we often focus on the physical, staying clean, avoiding illness, maintaining appearances. But there's another side to the story that deserves just as much attention. How bathing habits affect our emotional and psychological well-being. For many older adults, the daily shower used to be part of a busy routine. Get up, get ready, go to work. But after retirement or as mobility declines, that routine changes, and sometimes so do our feelings about bathing. Some seniors begin to dread the shower, the fear of slipping or falling, the discomfort of being cold or exposed, the stress of needing assistance for something once so private. These emotions aren't just inconvenient. They can deeply affect confidence, mood, and self-esteem. That's why reducing the frequency of bathing with care and intention can actually lead to a greater sense of comfort, dignity, and control. Imagine this. Instead of rushing through a daily routine that feels stressful or unsafe, you shift to bathing just a few times a week. Using that time to slow down, be gentle with yourself, and create a calm environment. Many older adults say that when bathing becomes less about obligation and more about comfort, it feels more empowering and less like a chore. And there's something else worth mentioning. By focusing on targeted hygiene, such as washing the hands, face, underarms, and private areas daily, you still feel fresh and clean without the emotional toll that comes from forcing a full shower or bath every day. So in a way, less frequent bathing isn't just a physical adjustment. It's a shift toward greater self-compassion. You're honoring your body's needs, respecting your limits, and creating a lifestyle that supports your peace of mind. And that, more than any soap or sponge, is what true wellness looks like. 7. Practical tips for a healthy, low-stress bathing routine. Now that we understand the risks of overbathing and the benefits of a gentler approach, let's talk about how to make your bathing routine safer, easier, and more enjoyable, starting today. First and foremost, consider replacing daily showers with sponge baths between full bathing sessions. Using a warm, damp cloth to gently clean key areas like the underarms, groin, feet, and face can help you stay fresh and odor-free without drying out your skin. It's simple, gentle, and just as effective for maintaining hygiene. Next, take a look at your bathroom environment. Small adjustments can make a big difference. Installing grab bars near the tub or shower, placing non-slip mats on the floor, and organizing your toiletries so everything is within easy reach can dramatically reduce your risk of falling, a major concern for many seniors. Water temperature also plays a critical role. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and more sensitive. Hot water might feel comforting, but it can easily lead to dryness or even cause minor burns. That's why it's best to stick with lukewarm water and limit the time you spend in the shower or bath. It's also important to choose the right bathing products. Many conventional soaps, shampoos, and body washes are loaded with harsh chemicals and fragrances that strip away your skin's natural oils. Look instead for gentle, pH-balanced, and fragrance-free cleansers that are designed specifically for aging skin. They'll cleanse without irritation and help your skin stay soft and hydrated. After bathing, always moisturize. This step is easy to overlook, but it's essential. Applying a nourishing, fragrance-free lotion while your skin is still slightly damp can lock in moisture and prevent that dry, itchy sensation that many older adults experience. If you live alone or have limited mobility, bathing can become more challenging, but there are helpful tools that can ease the process. Consider using a shower chair, a long-handled sponge, or a handheld shower head to make things more manageable. These tools reduce strain and help you stay safe and comfortable. Finally, always listen to your body. Some days you may feel up to taking a full shower, while other days a quick sponge bath may be all that's needed. The goal isn't to follow a rigid schedule. It's to support your well-being with a routine that honors your energy, your needs, and your comfort. Your hygiene habits should never be a source of stress or danger. They should support your health, your dignity, and your peace of mind. So be kind to yourself. Make adjustments that feel right for you. And choose a bathing routine that helps you feel clean, confident, and cared for every single day. So what does all of this really mean for you? It means that caring for your body, especially after 70, doesn't have to follow strict routines or outdated habits. In fact, sometimes the healthiest path is the gentler one. Bathing less frequently, protecting your skin, and making safety a priority isn't a sign of letting go. It's a sign of wisdom. You spent a lifetime learning how to adapt, how to listen to your body, and how to age with purpose and grace. This chapter of your life isn't about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters. And that means creating habits that respect your comfort, your dignity, and your independence. So, if you've ever felt guilty for skipping a shower or hesitant to change long-held routines, give yourself permission to let that go. You're not falling behind. You're simply living with more awareness, more kindness, and more care. And remember, it's never too late to make small changes that lead to big improvements in how you feel each day. If this message spoke to your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We're here every week with simple, practical wisdom to help you stay strong, stay independent, and live your later years with confidence and peace. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and above all, stay kind to yourself.